In the riverside village of Ailgun Waterside, people believed that water gives life and also takes life. The river there was wide and calm on the surface but deep and dark below. Fishermen feared it. Women prayed before fetching from it. Children were warned never to swim far inside it. Yet one day the river gave the village a gift. Or so they thought. Her name was Mermaid. Nobody knew where Mermaid came from. One early morning, as women went to fetch water, they saw a young woman sitting on a flat stone by the river bank. She was unconscious. Her skin was light brown and smooth like fresh palm oil. Her hair was long and black like night. She wore no slippers. Her cloth looked strange but clean. The women rushed to her. "She is dead," one said. Another touched her chest. "No. She is breathing." They carried her to the village and took her to the house of Mama F., the oldest woman in Ailgun Waterside. Mama F. looked at Mermaid for a long time. "This girl is not ordinary," she said quietly. But Mermaid later woke up. She said her name was Mermaid. She said she could not remember her parents. She only remembered water. That was all. People pitied her. They gave her food. They gave her a place to sleep. She stayed with Mama F. From that day, Mermaid became part of the village. Mermaid was different from other girls. She was calm. She spoke softly. She smiled only when she wanted. She never joined village fights. She helped in the house, fetched water, swept the floor, and cooked very well. But she never went to the deep part of the river. She only stayed close to the bank. Some things about her were strange. She did not sleep much at night. Sometimes people saw her near the river at midnight, just standing and looking at the water. She did not like salt too much. She hardly ate pepper. And she never allowed anyone to plait her hair. But she was beautiful. Very beautiful. Soon, young men started to chase her. Among all the men, one man loved her more than others. His name was Tund. He was a strong fisherman. He lived close to the river. He worked hard and feared God. Tund first noticed Mermaid the day his net got torn and she helped him sew it. "Thank you," he said. Mermaid only smiled. From that day, Tund found reasons to see her every day. If he finished fishing early, he would pass Mama F's house. If he caught plenty of fish, he would give Mermaid one. Slowly, love entered his heart. One evening, as they sat near the river bank, Tund spoke. "Mermaid, I want to marry you." Mermaid kept quiet. "Think about it," Tund said. "I will take care of you." Mermaid looked at the river. Her eyes were full of something like fear and sadness. "I will tell you later," she said. Mermaid knew the truth. She was not a human being. She was a water being, a mermaid. She belonged to the world under the river. Long ago, she had followed fishermen out of curiosity. Storm happened. She fainted and floated to the shore. That was how villagers found her. For many months she had lived as a human. But the river was calling her back. Every night she heard the voice. "You do not belong there." If she married a human man, the law of the water world would break. Something terrible would happen. But Mermaid had fallen in love with Tund too. That was her war. After many weeks, Mermaid agreed to marry Tund. The whole village was happy. "She is lucky," women said. "Tund is lucky," men said. Mama F was not happy. That night she called Mermaid. "My daughter," she said, "tell me the truth. Who are you?" Mermaid cried. But she still did not speak. The wedding was fixed for 3 market weeks later. People prepared. Goats were bought. Drinks were stored. Drummers were booked. It would be the biggest wedding Ailgun Waterside had ever seen. As the wedding day got closer, strange things began to happen. Fish started dying in the river for no reason. The river began to rise and fall at odd hours. At night, people heard singing from deep inside the water. Mama F warned Tund. "This marriage is not clean," she said. Tund laughed. "Mama, you worry too much. Love is sweet." Mermaid grew weak. She started avoiding water totally. Her skin sometimes felt cold like fish. Yet she said nothing. The wedding day came. The whole village wore white and blue. Drums were beating. Women danced. Tund wore fine cloth. Mermaid wore a beautiful white wrapper and beads around her neck. She looked like a queen. As they danced, cloud covered the sun. Wind blew across the river. People ignored it. The bride price was paid. The marriage was done. By night, Tund carried his wife to his house. Women followed them with lanterns and songs. When they left them alone inside the room, everyone went out smiling. Nobody knew what was coming. Inside the room, Mareo sat on the bed quietly. Tund smiled. "You are my wife now." Mareo's eyes were full of tears. "Tund, forgive me," she said. "For what?" he asked. Before he could touch her, the room became cold. Very cold. Water began to drip from the wall. Tund stepped back. Then Mareo screamed in pain. Her legs began to shake. Her skin began to shine like wet fish. Slowly her two legs joined together. Tund watched in fear as his wife's lower body turned into a long silver tail. Her eyes changed. Her voice changed. She was no longer human. She was a mermaid. "I tried to be human," Mareo cried. "But this is who I am." The room filled with water from nowhere. Tund shouted for help. But no sound came out. The river outside began to roar. Mareo looked at him for the last time. "I love you." But love between water and land always ends in tears. Suddenly the wall of the house broke open like paper. A strong rushing water entered the room. Mareo was pulled into it. Tund fainted. By morning, Tund's house was gone. Only the foundation remained. The river had moved closer to the village. Tund was found on the sand, half dead. When he woke up, he shouted one thing. "My wife is a mermaid." People laughed at first. But when they saw the destroyed house and the strange water marks, fear entered their hearts. Mareo was never seen again. After that day, Ailgun waterside changed. Fishing became poor. Storms came often. And on some nights, people saw a beautiful woman with long hair sitting on the water and singing. Whenever Tund heard that song, he cried. He never married again. Till today, old people still tell this story. They say, "Not everything that looks human is human. Not every love story is safe. And some worlds must never mix."